to our webinar organized by the Association of Global Universities. So it's 10 o'clock Moscow time, and I would like to start our webinar, and probably I'll do it by introducing myself. So my name is Elena Boyarska, and I represent the project office of the Open Doors Russian Scholarship Project. So I will be moderating our today's meeting, and I would like to probably start with some practical issues, some practicalities. The time schedule for today is approximately 1 hour plus, and we will start with a short presentation, which I'm going to make, familiarizing yourself or telling you more about the Open Doors project, about its stages, requirements for each stage, and some other very useful bits and pieces of information. And after that, I will give the floor to two speakers, two of our guest speakers representing two of the leading universities in Russia. And today, it's my pleasure to welcome Ulyana Kharitonova, representing the Far Eastern Federal University, and Tatiana Kaspirovich, coming from Tyumen State University. So after my presentation, I will give the floor to the guest speakers. And one important thing to remember, we have our meeting chat, and my esteemed colleagues from the project office are there for you, and they're ready to take your questions and your inquiries. And please use the meeting chat for questions only, because our time is limited, and we would like to take as many questions, to answer as many questions as possible, so that you get all the information you need before the first stage of the Open Doors Scholarship Project begins. And without any further ado, I'm going to share my screen and show you some slides telling you more about all the practical requirements, formal requirements, and also formal requirements, and useful bits and pieces of information that you may need during your preparation for the stages of the Olympiad. Please let me know if there is some technical hitch and you cannot see my slide, but hopefully you can. So I am sure you can see the slide, the presentation, and I'm going to switch to the full screen format. Wait a sec. Here we are. So the Open Doors Russian Scholarship Project 2024. And as I said, the organizer of this competition is the Association of Global Universities of Russia, uniting leading universities, the leading universities of the Russian Federation. And here is the outline of my presentation. So I will tell you a few words about the history of the project, the Russian Scholarship Project. Then I will focus on the tracks and subject areas and portfolio and the structure of the portfolio, stages of the Open Doors competition. Today, we're having a webinar for prospective bachelor students, so I will focus probably more on the requirements for the bachelor's track. And of course, I will give you some important dates to remember, which you can also check on the website of the Open Doors competition. And of course, I will take some questions. The Open Doors Russia Scholarship Project is organized by the Association of Global Universities of Russia, but it's done in close collaboration with the government of the Russian Federation, represented by the Ministry of Science and Higher Education and Россотрудничество Agency. The Open Doors project has been held for over 7 years now. And during this time, thousands and thousands of students coming from all countries of the world have used this opportunity to come and study in one of the leading Russian universities. So you may ask yourself, why should I take part in the Russian Scholarship Project? It's a very ambitious project, and it's a very convenient way of applying or enrolling in one of the best universities in Russia and in the world. So first of all, there's no participation fee. So you don't have to pay anything to take part in this intellectual competition, and there are no formal limitations or formal requirements as to what country you come from. So actually, any country in the world, all participants are most welcome. And of course, all stages of this intellectual competition are organized online, in the online format, which is very, very convenient for you, for all participants. So the only requirement that you have to actually meet is to ensure a stable internet connection, and that's it. Who are the winners, and what do the winners of the Open Doors competition have? How do they benefit? Actually, there are many benefits, and the main one is tuition-free enrollment or tuition-free education in a degree program of your choice, which is taught in either English or Russian. So there are two languages of instruction in most Russian universities, English in English or in Russian, or English and Russian. And there are two official languages of our competition. So that means that you can participate in the Open Doors competition either in English or in Russian, whatever language you feel comfortable with. And on top of it, on top of tuition-free education, winners of the Open Doors Russian Scholarship Project also have the right to have a complimentary year, full year of intensive Russian language training if needed. And usually this course, Russian language course, is offered by the university that you are planning to enroll in. And of course, on top of all these advantages, you having enrolled in a degree program of your choice, or in the degree program of your choice, you can actually enjoy not only the best education that Russia can offer, but also enjoy engaging student life and very vibrant campus environment. And most Russian universities, particularly members of the Association of Global Universities, have excellent campus facilities, having virtually everything that you may think of, and very affordable accommodation. And then there's always a question, how do I learn which university offers which degree program and so on, if this program is taught in English or in Russian, and many other questions related to, so to say, the menu of degree programs that our universities offer. You can easily find this information if you check the website of the Open Doors Russian Scholarship Project. And there, in the section universities, you can find icons of all universities, and by clicking on this icon, you will get access to the landing page of the university that you are looking for. Most websites are in several languages, definitely in Russian and in English, and many universities have their websites in up to 5 languages. So no problem looking for and finding the information on the availability of degree programs that you would like to check. So some of the terminology that we use, and the terminology that is used in the rules of participation, which is also uploaded to the websites of the Open Doors competition. 4 tracks: bachelor's, master's, doctoral, and the novelty of this year, postdoctoral track. But today we are having a seminar for prospective bachelor students, so I will focus on this track more. And of course, we have subject areas. Subject areas are, a subject area is a set of degree programs which has the same theory or the same fundamental theoretical basis. Winners I've already commented on, but there's another important term that we use in the rules of participation, which is a runner-up or runners-up. Runners-up are those who also scored high on the ranking list after all the stages have been completed, but probably not high enough to become one of the winners. But please note that under certain circumstances, because life is life, and some of the winners may for one reason or another, decide to change their decision and not to come. So if there are vacancies available, runners-up can enjoy the same rights as the winners of the Open Doors competition. So when it comes to formal requirements, for the bachelor's track, there's only one formal requirement. It's a certificate of education, GCSE, General Certificate of Secondary Education, which should be obtained no later than the summer of 2025. So there is only one formal requirement for your participation in the bachelor's track. It's a completed or complete general secondary education, and that's it. So this slide shows the 14 subject areas, ranging from business and management, biology, biotechnology, urbanism, civil engineering, physical and technical sciences, and many more. And please keep in mind that these are only umbrella terms. And under each section, under each subject area, there are many degree programs that you can choose from. And there's very important thing that I would like to draw your attention to. When applying, you can actually select 2 subject areas that you would like to take part in. For instance, you may choose biology and biotechnology and something which is related to it, or maybe not related to it, if you feel intellectually strong enough to do it. Maybe you may choose, say, clinical medicine and public health. So you take part in the stages of 2 intellectual competitions. But if you win, if you are a winner in both, then ultimately you will have to choose only one of them before you submit the documents to the university of your choice. Stages. The number of stages and the content of the stages of our competition vary depending on the track. For your track, for the bachelor's track, there are 2 stages. And the first stage is what we call a portfolio competition. And the second stage is an online test, which is organized in the proctored format, which I will comment on in a second. So stage number 1. Portfolio and entrance test competition. Entrance test, the idea of the behind the entrance test is to check, or for us to check, and for you to confirm your ability to solve more difficult Olympiad level problems. And the test comprises 45 problems, and you are given 60 minutes to complete it. And again, for your convenience, you can have 3 attempts to pass the entrance test. Most important part of the first stage of our competition is, of course, the portfolio stage. And there are 3 main sections in your portfolio. First and most important is your certificate of secondary education for the bachelor's track. As I said, that's the only formal requirement that you have to meet. Second section is your letter of motivation. And usually we have lots of questions pertaining to what the letter of motivation is, what should include, whether there are formal requirements when it comes to the length, to the number of words that you can use in your letter of motivation. There are no formal requirements, first of all, so you can write, you can use as many words as you feel like using, as you need, to express your rationale, your reasoning, your reasons for the decision, first of all, to take part in the Open Doors Russian Scholarship Project, for your choice of the subject area, and generally speaking, for your decision to come and study in one of the leading Russian universities. And there's another section in the portfolio and the structure of the portfolio, which is very important. And this is the achievement section. And there, the guiding principle is very easy to remember. The more, the better. The more certificates, the more diplomas you upload, to your package of documents, the better. The better and the higher the score that you get for your portfolio. So time is flying, and portfolio submission deadline is coming very soon. It's November the 20th, 2024. So virtually 1 month is left. So we still have time to upload your portfolios. And the results of the first stage will be published, will be known, will be announced on the 2nd of December, 2024. And usually our participants ask us, how do I learn whether I am admitted to stage number 1, whether I am invited to take part in the second stage? So you will get all the information in your personal account. So after your registration, you will have your personal account, and all the information will be forwarded directly to your personal account. No need to Google, no need to surf the internet or look for the results anywhere but in your personal account. So very easy, very streamlined one-stop shop system, really. Okay, and the second stage of your participation in the Open Doors Russian Scholarship Project, which is an online test. And as I said, it is organized in a proctored form, which means that you will have to register once again and upload some additional documents like your identity documents to ensure the fair completion, the independence and the fair completion of the test. And the main test dates are given here on this slide: December the 5th, December the 7th, 2024. And before actually taking this test, you have to choose a suitable time slot on one of these days. And please keep in mind that for each subject area, there's only one date on which you can take this test. And of course, dates of the test for different subject area may coincide, but the tests are organized on the same day, because the day actually means 24 hours, and you can choose different time slots for taking 2 tests for the selected 2 subject areas. Of course, things happen and life is life, so there is a possibility of having 1 reserve date, but please keep in mind that you can book a reserve date with very, very much prior notice, and you should contact the Open Doors project office in advance. For the bachelor's track, the most important date is of course, January the 17th, 2025, when you learn the results of the second stage. And again, these results, you will learn about the results of the second stage of this competition, having checked your personal account. So all the results will be sent to your personal accounts. No need to look anywhere additionally. And the schedule of the second stage is also available on the website of the competition, globalunit.ru, opendoors.globalunit.ru. There you can find all the necessary information for you about the universities, about the degree programs offered by the universities, rules of participation, and many more things. So I will skip this slide. Only I would like to draw your attention to only one date, 21st of February 2025, when the names of the winners will be announced. Another typical question that we get from our participants is how to prepare. How do I prepare for instance, for the second stage of our competition, which is an online test? And again, I would like to refer you to the website of the Open Doors competition, to the section which is called Subjects. And if you click on Subjects, you will find several types of documents there. First of all, you will find syllabuses or syllabi, which we call programs. They are Word documents describing the content of this or that discipline. For instance, if we take physics, you will have all the main topics in physics, subtopics, names of laws, types of equations, and so on and so forth, described in detail. Also, you will find references in 2 languages and reading list, and what is more important, again for your convenience, online courses also offered in English or in Russian. So please don't miss this opportunity to learn more about theoretical or fundamental requirements when it comes to the volume of knowledge, to your competencies, theoretical competences that you have to have while preparing for your test. And of course, demo tests or sample tests under the section subjects. There's another type of documents you can download as sample test, just to give you an idea of what our online test looks like. And you can do, of course, this test just to see how easy or how difficult it is for you to complete it. And please pay attention that the structure of the test envisages 3 types, 3 difficulty levels: entry-level tasks, intermediate, and advanced level. And for each type of the task, ranging from entry to the advanced one, you will be awarded a different number of points. Less for entry level and the highest, of course, for the advanced level tasks. So what happens then? Then all the scores for the first stage and for the second stage are added up, are summed up, and ranking lists of participants are formed. And the winners are those who rank the highest, of course. And at the beginning of my presentation, I commented on who the winners are and what the benefits are. And I also said that in some cases, runners-up also have the right to come and study tuition-free in one of the leading Russian universities. And usually there's another question that we're usually asked: how many scholarships do we offer? So this year we don't know yet, but judging by the results of last year's competition, the Russian government, the Ministry of Higher Education and Science and Россотрудничество offered 1,500 scholarships. And another question that we often get from our participants: what does the scholarship cover? For your info, the scholarship covers your education, so you get the best education we can offer, completely tuition-free, and also it covers a complementary year of Russian language proficiency training or Russian language training, if needed. If you feel that you need this additional year, and if the degree program of your choice is run only in Russian, then the winner has the right to tuition-free complementary Russian language training. We will try, that's all that I was planning to tell you in the framework of my presentation. So I would like just to remind you that we are here for you and we can answer as many questions as possible, provided you have forwarded them to the meeting chat. And now, without any further delay or ado, I would like to give the floor to our guest speaker, to Ulyana Kharitonova, representing Far Eastern Federal University. Tatiana, the floor is yours.
Hello, everybody. Give me some time to show you.
Yes, please. Tatiana is loading her presentation. Maybe we can take some of the questions if there are any. Let me see. Maybe Tatiana, maybe if Tatiana is ready, if Ulyana is having some technical problems, oh, is it okay now?
I'm ready.
Yeah, yes, I can hear you, but I can't see your presentation, not yet. If you can share, yes, perfect. Yeah, very good. So we can see everything, and please use the full screen mode.
Well, it's on actually. I guess it's loading. That is why.
Yeah, now it's perfect. Yes, very good.
Great. So, I'm glad to welcome you all to our webinar. Today, I have an honor to present the opportunities of the Open Doors project that are provided for those who are considering studying in the Far Eastern Federal University. And during my presentation today, I will tell you in detail on about our university, and I will introduce you to some bachelor's programs that are available for the winners of this project. So on this slide, I guess our honorable moderators has already spoke about the details of the stages and who can participate. That is why I won't take your time to repeat it. However, if you missed something, you can check the slides. So starting from this year, participation in the Open Doors Olympiad open up the opportunity to enter not only master's and postgraduate programs, but also bachelor. And Far Eastern Federal University welcomes those who want to study at bachelor's programs. So competition is held completely online. That is why it might be very convenient. And the date for the registration is September 5th, so the registration is already open. And please consider to register if you haven't already. Now let's move on to talk about the Far Eastern Federal University. Our university is one of the largest ones in the Russian Far East. We can also call it an academic outpost of the country for the Asia-Pacific region. And currently, more than 25,000 students study at our university, from which approximately 350 are the international students from 89 countries. Our university also offers more than 300 educational programs. These are all the programs that our university provides, which are bachelor's, master's, and postgraduate programs. I already told you about the number of international students we have here, but we are also interested in further expanding the number of partners, of international partners, and the geography of our educational services. Far Eastern Federal Universities has representative offices in China, Japan, Vietnam, and India. However, as I've told you already, we are open to get connected with the partners from different countries, and these are not the countries, not only these countries that we are cooperating with. We also have partners from Pakistan, from Afghanistan, from Africa, and other countries. So here on this slide, you can finally see the picture of inside of our university firstly, and then the positions of Far Eastern Federal University in the main world rankings. Here are the ratings in QS University ranking, Forbes ranking, and other. And we strive to reach higher positions by constantly developing the education and education services in our university. So moving on to the student life. Here in the picture, you can see the campus that our university has. So here on campus, we have 9 academic buildings where the classes are held, more than 20 student dormitories, 18 food outlets, supermarkets. We also have free buses that course around the campus just for the students and the staff to get to the classes or to the buildings more comfortably. Far Eastern Federal University campus is located near the sea, and it is one of the best campuses in the world. It is equipped with modern academic buildings, and innovative teaching equipment. Also, international students can try a variety of dishes offered by cafes and canteens that are also situated on our campus. Moreover, our university also provides different activities for both international and Russian students. We have a big number of clubs and classes for extracurricular activities. Students can participate as volunteers, for instance. We also have international conferences that take place very usually. And for instance, here we have Eastern Economic Forum that is held in our university annually, which is the big economic forum that gathers the representatives and heads of Asia-Pacific region countries, which is a pretty big deal for us. That is why we gladly tell you about it, because our students have the opportunity to be a part of such a big event. As for the living conditions on our campus, here we have a modern accommodation. Our hostels provide everything that is needed for the comfortable life. The rooms are fully equipped. They have and furnished. So here on the slide, you can see the price for amounts for our dormitories. And finally, moving on to the bachelor's programs that our university offers you to be a part of. So as there are a lot of subject areas in the Open Doors project, as well as our university provides a big number of programs. That is why I haven't listed all of these programs that we provide on the slide. However, you can get acquainted with it. And here are just the most popular programs among the international students. You can see here biomedicine, which is the program in English. Yes, it's also important to mention that we have programs in both in Russian and English. And if you want to study in Russian, however, you don't know the language yet, it's not a problem for us and for you also, because Far Eastern Federal University also offers language courses, which are held in not on the campus, but in the city of Vladivostok. These courses are provided by the Russian Language and Culture Center of Far Eastern Federal University. And we provide the courses in 4 different areas, which are humanitarian, engineering, medical, and economic. These areas are important because it is far more easy for the student if he already knows the vocabulary of the subject that he's going to be studying at his bachelor's program. That is why it's important to know in advance. It's better to know in advance on what program you want to get enrolled before studying at the Russian language course. Let's return to the bachelor's programs. So yeah, here we have biomedicine, biology, food biotechnology. As for the business and management, advertising and public relations, we also have engineering, different engineering subjects, economics, especially for foreign citizens, where the whole educational group is consisting of only foreign citizens. However, we also have the economics in Russian language. Construction, various programs connected with IT and digital sphere, journalism, Russian language and literature, different subjects connected with mathematics also geology, oil and gas transportation, pedagogical education, psychology, engineering, medical physics, also biomedical engineering. These, again, are not all of the programs. That is why you can check the QR code on the screen. If you haven't seen the program you're interested in on the previous slides, these might come in handy. This QR code will take you to the website, or our official website of our university. To be more exact, on the page of the Open Doors project, there you could see all the information. Moving on, I guess it's important to tell you a little bit more about the city that we are situated in. Well, our city is a port city. It's situated near the sea. And the location is rather unique, I would say. We have only 2 hours flight that separates Vladivostok from Seoul, Beijing, or Tokyo. And our city is not only a port city, but I would say it's rather, it's like a portal that transports tourists from, for instance, western part of Russia. For the Westerners, it is a gateway to Asia, and for the residents of Asian part, it is quite a modern European city. And we have like a 5-hour drive from the Russian-Chinese border. So all the other information you can see on the slide. And let's move on to the feedback of the participants of the previous years. These are the students that have participated in the Olympiad. They become the winners, and they got a chance to get enrolled to our university. These awards are very important for us because we see that these students who study here are highly motivated, and they want to reach their academic goals, and we strive to help them with that. That is why if you also want to become a part of it, and if you want to study at the Far Eastern Federal University, please don't hesitate to register if you haven't already, and please come to our university. Here on the slide, you can see the contact information. If you have any questions left, or the questions will appear once we finish, please don't hesitate to contact us, and we'll gladly help you. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Ulyana, for your most interesting presentation, giving us a very clear idea of what university can offer academically and otherwise. And of course, thank you for sharing all the useful information that our participants might be interested in. So I would like to ask you to scan through the meeting chat and take some questions which are related to your university or to the programs. And before I give the floor to our next guest speaker, I would like to take some questions and ask all participants once again to use the meeting chat for questions only. I can see that many questions have already been answered by my colleagues from the project office, but please, no personal information exchange or anything, questions only. So that was one request that I got from my colleagues. Again, as far as I could see, we still have some questions pertaining to where do I learn about the schedule of the Olympiad or of the Open Doors competition. Again, I would like to refer you to the webpage. If you Google the Open Doors Russian Scholarship Project, or use the web address that I gave in my presentation, and it's also repeated several times in the meeting chat, please check the website, and there you will find several sections. First of all, in the sections called About, you will find recordings of all the previous webinars, giving you the idea of what other universities of Russia offer. And also there are sections pertaining to the rules, which describe the sequence of stages with all the dates. And of course, there is a section called Schedule, because there was a question, when does stage number 1 start? When does stage number 2 start? All these dates are there for you. And how to prepare, again, there is a special section on the website called Subjects. And in the subject, under the subject section, you can find the syllabus for your subject area, which is the content of the description of the requirements, theoretical requirements, and a sample test. Please check the website and check all the sections of the website, and I'm sure you will find all the info that you may need to prepare for the stages of the Open Doors competition. So Uliana, please, I would like to ask you once again to scan the chat. I will give the floor to you after Tatiana is done with her part about today's webinar. So Tatiana Kaspirovich, representing Tyumen State University. Tatiana, over to you now. Yes, very good. Now I can hear you well. You're welcome,
Okay,
Tatiana.
Thank you. Let me start. Can you see my presentation?
Yes, thank you. Please use the full screen mode.
Yes, 1 minute. Sorry, I can't do it because there is like...
But if you go to Pakas slide.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah,
See?
yeah.
Now I have some...
Yeah, perfect. Yes, thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. So finally, dear colleagues, dear... It's my pleasure to be here today with you and tell you about the University of Tyumen and the bachelor's degree programs that we offer. The University of Tyumen is a Russian public institution that was founded in 1930. UTMN is one of the most rapidly developing Russian universities that successfully combines an innovative approach to education with respect to the traditions that have been established over 90 years. Our city is located in the city of Tyumen. So let me quickly tell you about the city itself. Tyumen was founded in 1586 and was the first Russian city in Siberia. Tyumen is known both in our country and abroad as the oil and gas capital of Russia. On the slide, you can see the location of our region, and it is also important to mention that the flight from Moscow to Tyumen usually takes only 2 hours and a half. So, Tyumen's cultural life is a surprising mixture of modern European trends and unique West Siberian customs. Tyumen is a city of many parks, gardens, and recreations. There are numerous shopping malls situated all over the city, providing an opportunity to purchase everything from souvenirs to food, clothes, and so on. On the slide, you can see our famous, the only 4-level embankment in Russia, and our popular among tourists and foreigners who come to our city, Bridge of Lovers. When you come to study, you will definitely find out why it is called like this. So let's speak more about the university now. UTMN mission is to prepare people ready to create new activities, to organize social environment, and to grow successful business. More than 20,000 students study at the university, including more than 2,300 international students from 60 different countries. The structure of UTMN includes 14 modern educational buildings, library center, 58 laboratories, 2 branches, and a developed sports infrastructure. There are more than 15 sports halls and gyms, winter sports center, a modern sports center with a pool. UTMN offers accommodation in comfortable dormitories located in the city center. The students live in apartments equipped with Wi-Fi and all necessary domestic appliances. There are also lounge rooms, computer classes for studying, kitchens, and laundry rooms. The cost of living varies. So it depends on the dorm, it depends on the room. So the approximate price is presented on the slide. Our students create their individual educational path from their curriculum and choose elective courses, which provide them with an opportunity to master an additional educational track. The university offers plenty of educational programs in different fields of knowledge. So let's take a closer look at this aspect and talk about the bachelor's degree program that we invite you to study for. First of all, I would like to draw your attention to the programs taught in English. All of them are presented at our School of Advanced Studies. It's a key institution of our university. School of Advanced Studies is an elite honors college that features the most talented and highly motivated students from Russia and, of course, abroad, in dialogue across the social sciences, humanities, and IT. You can see the majors which are presented at School of Advanced Studies on the slide. You may also make screenshot or scan the QR code, which are also given. Later, at the end of my presentation, I'll share the main contact information, and you will have the opportunity to contact us. So for those students who do not speak Russian and want to better their knowledge, or for those students who want to start the Russian taught programs, a Russian preparatory course is available. We offer the preparatory course with an academic track of your choice: economics, humanities, engineering, or natural sciences. For the open doors winners, the standard and intensive programs are usually available. One of them starts in October and another one in December each year. So now I suggest you to take a look at the subject of the Olympiad and the programs that we offer for each subject. So business and management. The program is management is available under this subject. Linguistics and modern languages. So you may choose philology, linguistics, pedagogical education, or media and communication. Biology and biotechnology. The program biology, ecology, and use of natural resources are available for you. The subject politics and international studies. So international relations, of course, and the program regional studies is also popular among our international students. Applied mathematics and artificial intelligence. You may choose mathematics, mechanics, and mathematical modeling. Physical sciences, physics, of course, earth sciences, ecology, and use of natural resources. Economics and econometrics. Economics, management, economic security, customs affairs, and pay attention to the last two programs. It is not a bachelor degree, but specialists, and the period of study lasts 5 years, not 4. Education and psychology. The program psychology, pedagogical education with 2 training profiles. For example, history and the English language, special education, and clinical psychology. And finally, computer and data science. you may choose mathematical software and information system administration, information system and technologies, or applied informatics. So if you plan to study in one of these programs or you are interested in a particular program, so do not hesitate to contact us and we will tell you all the details about their particular program. Now, I guess it's important to share the approximate cost of living in the city of Tyumen. So we have already discussed, I have already told you about the approximate cost of the dormitories, but also you may have a look at the obligatory expenses like visa extension, medical checkups, so we can't live without food. So it's also important to know about it. And don't forget to include in the list your personal expenses or, for example, your travel to Russia. Now I'd like to share the information about support services. Our support services for international students are recognized as one of the best in Russia. Association of International Students help incoming students to integrate in the university life, engage in campus activities, and solve social issues of foreigners. Our body system is a team of volunteers who help foreigners to socialize and adapt to the cultural environment of the university itself and the city in general. When our international students arrive, they have their own body assistant. So the body assistant meets the student at the airport or train station, helps with checking in into the dormitory, helps to organize obligatory procedures, for example, with visa and migration issues. So your body will be your best friend, at least for the first time being here in Tyumen and the University of Tyumen. So visa and migration support service provides different visa services for our students, and they are always ready to help and answer some questions. And finally, International Students Recruitment and Integration Center. It is the heart of our student support systems. So comprehensive assistance will be provided from the moment of filling an application for education till your graduation. So during the whole period of study, we are always here for you to help. And you may also ask some assistance while filling in an application for participation in the Olympiad. We are always here for you. And why should you choose the University of Tyumen? Eco-friendly location and secure city. Our city, despite the fact that it was founded hundreds of years ago, is a city of young people. A lot of young people, students are living here. That's why you may also find something to do here. The university campus located in the city center, and all the campuses and the dormitories are located not far from each other. Our university provides world-class scientific research laboratories. There is a loyalty program which provides you with discounts in many cafes, restaurants, companies of your choice. Of course, there is a multicultural student community and strong international student support. As I promised, all the contact information is here for you on the slide. Make screenshots, scan QR codes, and feel free to contact us with any question you have. Thank you. It was my pleasure being here today with you. Thank you. If you have questions, don't hesitate to write in the chat. I'll try to answer as many as possible.
Thank you very much, Tatiana, for your presentation. I would like to maybe take some questions, and then I will give the floor once again to Uliana. Maybe Uliana, you can answer some of the questions that you did answer in the meeting chat orally. If there were some specific questions that you would like everybody, the information that you would like everybody to know. So there was a question in the chat about language requirements, whether you need your IELTS or TOEFL test to apply to enroll in this or that program. No, there's no formal requirement when it comes down to these language certificates. So if you take a part in our intellectual competition in English, so it is in a way a formal proof of your proficiency of English. And the same holds true about Russian. If you take part in our competition in the Russian language, it is a formal proof. But if you feel that you need additional training, don't hesitate to enroll in this complementary Russian language training programs that most universities offer. Then the amount of monthly allowance that you also get on top of the scholarship from your university. So unfortunately, we could not give you the exact sum because it varies from university to university, and our guest speakers actually did mention the sums. And if you missed those slides, you can always go back to the website, and in the section about, you can find the recordings of all the videos of all the webinars, and of course you can check how much it costs, actually how much accommodation costs. But generally speaking, accommodation on campus is very affordable, really very affordable. Then there was another question about maximum passing score. It varies, and you can check sample tests, and each university or for each subject area the passing score varies. And actually, when you check the number, when you check the document, the Word document, the sample test or demo test, you will have these maximum scores for the test there. So that was that's what I wanted to say. And then Uliana, I will go back to you. Would you like to take some of the questions, because we still have some 4 minutes to round up? Or have you answered most of the questions? Tatiana, would you like to take some of the questions related to your university?
I haven't seen like specific questions, but some students asked about the amount of the monthly stipend. So
Yeah.
I want to add a little bit. The amount of stipend depends on many factors. First of all, it depends on your academic success. It depends on your social activities, scientific success, maybe if you have done some research, maybe. So all these factors will affect on the amount of your stipend. So in each case, it is like an individual, everything is individually. So you may maybe contact us, and we will like advise you in each case individually. So thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Tatiana, for this clarification. But once again, I would like to refer all participants of the Open Doors competition to the website of the Open Doors Scholarship, where you can find all the info pertaining to what is covered by the scholarship. And once again, I would like probably to repeat that the airfare is not covered and the visa expenses are not covered. So what the scholarship covers is mainly and exclusively your education costs. So there were a lot of questions pertaining to how do I do the demo test or the sample test. So sample tests are there, or demo tests are there just for you to test your level, to test your intellectual abilities, to cope with the online test of stage number 2. Tatiana, I can see that Tatiana has been answering questions pertaining to her university, and Uliana did too. and so did my colleagues from the project office. So, but I understand that, as far as I understand, the majority of questions that you forwarded to the meeting chat have already been answered. But since we are so many, and I could see that we were over 150 participants today who are planning to enroll in a bachelor's program run by the leading Russian universities. Of course, during this webinar, we are not able to answer all questions. But once again, I would like to appeal to everybody. If you still have questions after having watched the recordings of the webinars that we have had with other universities, after you've listened to all the presentations, and still there are questions that you would like to clarify for yourself, don't hesitate to contact the project office and check the website of the Open Doors competition online, which is very easy to use, and it's very easy to find all the contact information. So don't hesitate to forward your inquiry or your question to the web address which is given on the website. And having said that, I would like to thank our guest speakers, Uliana and Tatiana, representing two of the best Russian universities, the Far Eastern Federal University, located in the very east of Russia, and Tatiana Kaspirovich representing Tyumen State University, for their participation, for their wonderful, very detailed presentations, and also for taking so many questions that they were asked in the meeting chat. And I would like to thank all participants for being so active, for showing their interest to coming and studying in Russia, studying Russian, which is very good. That this is a decision that we wholeheartedly encourage, of course. And last but not least, I would like to thank my colleagues from the project office who have been taking have taken already so many questions, and as far as I can see, still answering some questions for their help and assistance in moderating and in holding this webinar. And thank you all once again, and I wish you good luck taking part in the Open Doors Russian Scholarship Project, and I hope to see you in Russia. Thank you and goodbye.